Welcome to Season 8, Episode 4 of the Two Manager Project, and we'll start with Royal and Bassett, as always. Currently in the Vanarama National, and to be honest, the best way to describe it is fighting for their lives, because I don't know if you can see that down there. We're in 19th on 17 points. We're only 1 point above the drop zone. Last season, the teams, certainly I think at least the bottom 2 or 3 in the drop zone, were awful. They're not quite as awful this year, so we're struggling, to be honest with you, and in many ways I felt this had been a better start, but if you actually look at our form, not really. I mean, we had a good pre-season, no question about it, and we managed to win a couple of games in August, a couple of games in September, but only one in October, and we lost a lot more in October as well, which didn't help, so we are struggling. Interestingly enough, today's game is the FA Cup first round, both for Manager 1 and for Manager 2. Manager 1 are at home to Stockport, who, interestingly, we just faced in the league, albeit away. Wasn't a bad game. Again, there were moments where I felt like we could have done better, but they went 1-0 up, and we literally equalised a minute later, and that was how it ended. But I have some slight issues with Mr. Parry. He feels like he doesn't save goals. He should be the first choice. You know what I mean? But just, I don't know, something's not right. So, needless to say, I actually took him off, even though he was doing all right, just because of the way that he, conceded the goal. Because, like I say, in the previous game, we didn't do so well either, and I feel like Mr. Parry should have done better, despite what his rating came out as. So, with that in mind, I mean, obviously, I know the defence plays part of the role as well. I felt like we played better after we brought Wilkes back on, so Wilkes will probably be starting today. If we join Manager 2 now over at Newport County, you'll see it's a completely different story. It's League 2 and Newport are in second. We've just recently gone up to second, but recent form has been pretty good. As you can see, well, I think you saw the Carlisle game. We won the Checkatrade Group F with ease, I would say. It was a really nice performance on our part, so that was fantastic. We drew 1-1 with Notts County after that, which a bit disappointed in that. I did do a bit of fairly heavy rotation though, so that might be part of the reason. But since then, it's been all thumbs up. 1-0 away defeat of Port Vale. Won 4-0 at home against Accrington, and then a 4-0 away win against Wrexham. Wrexham, I think, not doing great. They're down in 21st, and I think Accrington aren't doing great either. Down in 20th. Whereas, whoops, I lost it. Port Vale, I think we're doing slightly better. No, they're only down in 18th. So they're not having a great time either. So not surprising we got those results. Notts County, a 7th, 10th. Oh well, maybe we should have done better there. Nevertheless, today's FA Cup, and we are away at FC Halifax. We are, of course, favourites for such a game because Halifax are down. Oh, they're in the National. For some reason, I thought they were in the National League North. But anyway, should be an interesting match. Okay, so we start with Royal and Bassett. At home to Stockport. In goal, it's Wilkes, a back four of Cranston, Bernard, Beckett and Rochesha. Defensive midfield, Finch. Central midfield, Power and Chebley. I can't read his name. Right. Anyway, left wing Knight, right wing De La Torre, and up front it is Matthews. We're going to give you some encouragement, but honestly, we got nothing to lose here. Let's just do the best we possibly can. We did have a team meeting after the last match. Morale is improved because of it. So maybe we'll see the results of that in this game. But Bassett in the blue with the yellow socks and Stockport in all white. So Knight coming forward for Bassett. Ball over. Doesn't quite get there. Cleared by the Stockport defence. Eason. Hewitt. Fine short. Slow progression. Just passing the ball. Are they running at us? They kind of are a bit. I think we should close them down maybe. I wonder if I should just double check what Mr. Finch is doing. Yeah, mark tighter as well, if you don't mind. Pressing should be harder, but I don't think that's an option given that you're on... Oh, no, you are on defend. Oh, well. We'll see. Matthews coming forward for Bassett, finds power in the middle. You'll notice we have abandoned 4-4-2 for something different this season. I'd like to say it's working. It is in some ways. We seem to be playing more attractive football, but it's just the goals we concede are annoying. I've strengthened up the back four. The defenders play quite well. Beckett's getting a few games because, well, I promised him first team football. And he has been pretty good as a stopper, but I have moved over to playing like the stopper and cover version because some of the goals that we've conceded lately, it's only been the second match, in fact, that we've played that. So, seemed to do alright against Stockport last time. I'm probably going to, I don't know, Shade coming forward now for Stockport. Oh, Finch dispossesses him and De La Torre puts it out wide for Knight. And Bassett are on the counter-attack, or were. He's not bad, Knight, but he's not got much of a physical presence. So, but he puts in a good cross. Shade now on the ball for Stockport. Chebley, De La Torre again. Putting it out the Knight. Knight coming forward. Well, don't know what's happening there. Just stood out, chatting, passes it to Elliott. That's not really any good for me. Elliott coming forward on the wing. Bernard tackles him nicely. Well on Deschamps. Knight now. I wonder if I should go key highlights. Matthews cuts in. Knight again. Short ball. De La Torre nearly gets to it. Cleared all the way to Bernard. Okay, I'm going key highlights because looks like we're kind of doing all right. I feel like I should say get creative though. Poor old Knight struggling a bit today, even after 15 minutes. Okay, I will take the advice. Oh, Cranston with the throw in for Bassett. Matthews. Cranston puts it over. De La Torre gets his head on it, but it either hit the bar or it was saved, so good effort. I don't know that De La Torre's normally one you would expect to take it on the head. Parr with the ball forward. Hewitt now putting it out wide for Shade. Stockport coming in. Cross in. Gordon's there and he scores, and it's going to be fine. He looked a bit offside to me, but depends where he was when that cross was put in. Don't know what to say, really. I mean, he was there. Was he badly marked? Should I do more for Beckett? Yeah, who was playing him on? Fullback. Oh well. Come on, Bassett. Let's go balanced and see what that does for us and show some passion. Hewitt now for Stockport puts it out wide for Eason. Elliott puts one into the middle. Oh, look, Shade's unmarked at the far post. It's just horrible. Just horrible. Okay, winger on attack. We'll leave it at that, I guess. Bassett back in on the ball. I feel like I want to go attacking. Knight's horrible. Matthews is not enjoying himself. It's coming up to half time. Hewitt with a free kick. Kills it in. Wilkes saves it. Well done, Wilkes. Yeah, Rashasha's had a horrible time. Knight on the ball. Cuts in. Puts it across. De La Torre on the edge of the box. Has a go. He doesn't tend to kick it very hard. His shots are well placed, but not necessarily bullets. Though there have been a couple, albeit from outside the box. It's coming up to half time. 7 shots, 2 on target to their 6 and 5. I mean, that's where you want to be, I guess. Yeah, you were disappointing, but I don't know what else to do. Let's have a look who we taking off. Quite simply, Rashasha is going to swap with Eisen, and Eisen is going to swap with Beckett. There you go. That's a start. Beckett's not having the best of games, but at least You might be better off outright. Alfie, I think Mr. Benson's coming on for you. For those of you who have not met Mr. Benson, he is a new striker. A little bit of a gut signing, but given his ability, potential, physicals, teamwork, and actually having some skills with dribbling, finishing, and first touch, I have high hopes that this man will grow to be a fantastic goal scorer for us. I just got to figure out how best to play him. And so far, I haven't managed that. So, let us go for the second half, and let us demand more. I'm going to go back to... I should go positive instead of attacking. Well, we've had 8 shots, 2 on target, 51% of possession, which is great. Let's get creative then. Corner, Elliott to take it with Stockport. Uh-oh. Bernard has pushed Tyler Shade, and it is a penalty. I think Oldham are going out the FA Cup in the first round. Oldham. Good God. Royal Wharton Bassett. You can tell what I was just playing, right? Thing is, we did manage to get through the 4th qualifying round to get here, so I'm not that upset. And I'm glad that we got the point in the league rather than getting the draw here. That probably means more to us. Show some passion, maybe? It's got to be something. Cranston's not having fun, is he? Okay, let's go direct. Then Beckett puts the ball in. Cleared. Shade. Have I missed out looking at some of these? No, I've kept on top of that. That's fine. Well, Ison's been good this season. Beckett actually has improved after looking a bit iffy last season. But again, I'm not sure how much longer he'll stay. De La Torre now for Royal Wharton Bassett. Puts it out for Knight. Knight puts the ball through. Benson has a go. That wasn't a bad go. Nice movement from Arnett. He's having a good game by the looks of things. Elliott with the free kick. Cleared. Sheeran now on the ball. Denny for Stockport. Well, they haven't come forward yet. Trying to lure the Bassett players out. We are on key highlights, right? Ramsey now with a run in. Chebley cuts it out. Bit of a pointless ball over there, if you don't mind me saying. I think that's issues with the tactic more than anything else. Beckett finds Chebley again. Another ball over. This one, Benson's on. Has a go. He was in a crowd when he shot that, but he had a good go. Looks like they've got some fairly quick defenders, because, not being funny, Benson ain't no slouch. Where's Mr. Parr? There he is. Yeah. We're all a bit physically knackered at the moment. Let's bring on Reece Wells and do something. Well, it's too late. 90 minutes. Well, Stockport are through to the second round of the FA Cup, and jolly good for them. You can tell I'm very happy about it. It's fine. I'll take the money from this game and move on. I'm trying to survive in the National with Bassett at the moment. That's really all that matters. I feel like we play better, but it's just these silly goals we concede, and I just haven't quite figured it out. But yeah, look, Wilkes had a good time. I think he's going to start again. I know we still lost 2-0, but still, I felt... Yes, it was disappointing. I'm far from pleased with that result. And it's time for Newport County away at FC Halifax. In goal, it's Bailey, a back four of Thompson, Willis, Williams and Fenton. Central midfield, Sutton and Kirby. Left wing, Hayward. Attacking central midfield, Richards. Right wing, James. And up front, it's Miller. I just want to tell you a little something about Miller. He's had a run of not doing too bad in terms of scoring goals lately. But apparently before he scored the first one of those 4 for us, and bearing in mind he at that point was like 3 starts and 7 sub-appearances. He's been either a starter or not played since then. It was something like 26 games since he'd scored a goal, which is, I didn't realise. I mean, bearing in mind, he's on loan, right, from Salford. Was meant to be a backup player, has actually been playing well enough that he's holding on to a first-team spot, so, which is great. He's part of just getting us settled in League 2, or indeed going up, as it kind of looks like. But anyway, it's the FA Cup. Let's not worry about the league now. And yes, we should pick up where we left off. I think that is an excellent idea, Mr. Giocacedi. And we are off. It is Newport in the yellow and Halifax in the blue. And apparently I didn't want to shake hands with the manager. So, FC Halifax coming forward. I don't think we've had a touch of the ball yet. There we go. Williams clears it for a throw-in. Halifax with the ball. Yeah, I didn't expect Newport to be doing this well. In fairness, I had that same thing in the National. And I have a slight suspicion that Holland puts a ball in. Oh my goodness. Well, cleared by Williams there. I feel like I need to demand a bit more from us. Well, that was an energetic pass back to Norman. Norman puts the ball out. Sutton on it. Richards now. Oh, tackled. And a counter-attack attempted. Sutton on the ball now for Newport. Williams. Fenton. Fenton centre-half has been playing a lot at right-back recently. Partially due to issues with injuries, but he's actually not been doing bad. He is a better centre-half in my opinion, but still. Well, Newport don't seem to be... Here we go. Fenton finds James. James puts it into the centre. Oh, and it is cleared by Norman. I feel like they're sticking long balls over the top for their strikers to get on the end of. I wonder if that is in fact what I should be doing with Bassett. Putting our fast strikers up front and just putting long balls in. Who could possibly say? Kirby, Richards, Sutton. Yeah. Well, I don't feel like we're doing very well. I'm going to put us on attacking because we should be pressing these guys a little bit harder than this. They're running at us. So I think that's something else I need to change. Oh God, we're regrouping. Let's counter press. Thomas clears it. Thank you. Well done. Miller, long searching ball forward. And he finds the goalkeeper. Alright, well. Did I put it on key highlights? That was a good ball forward. Erdekens. Cut out James on the counter-attack now for Newport. Showing a bit of agility as he goes past one man. Tries to put a cross in. Rebound comes to the Halifax defence. But they put it out for a throw-in. I'm surprised they would bother that close to their end, but fair enough. Throw-in for Newport. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go key highlights. I don't like how Halifax are doing, though. Well done, Williams. Thompson on the ball for Newport. Haywood, he's been a scorcher as well. Another ex-Man United youth player like Fenton. But he's been tremendous. I think he's going places. Whoa, that wasn't a bad go. I really didn't quite catch who it hit, but it's a corner that we're not going to see for Newport, so they're obviously not going to score off of that. That's a shame. Short passing play, eh? Yeah, Haywood has been fantastic, just absolutely stunning. Young player coming from Manchester United, but with all that pace and agility and whatnot, he's, like I say, he has these periods of absolute brilliance in the game. Whoops. Richards with the cross in. Finds James. Oh, it was off the post and Norman put it in with his backside. Poor old Magnus Norman. He will be disappointed in that. Don't worry, mate. It's happened to pretty much every single keeper I've had, let alone played against, so I wouldn't worry. Lovely ball in. Yeah. Unlucky Magnus. Let's get creative. I'd like another one. Throw in now for Newport. Fenton to Richards. Richards with a cross in. Haywood's there. What did I tell you about Spencer Haywood? That's his 16th goal of the season. He is our top scorer. And I believe he has the highest average rating of anybody. I mean, 7.62. 15 goals in 18 starts. I mean, that's just fantastic. You can't go wrong with that. Not that many assists, but 15 goals. So, who am I to complain, right? Spencer Haywood. I did have to rest him recently because he has been working hard. But Richards has been solid. We, of course, signed him last season. He was out for a while with injury, but I'm glad to see him back in the side. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Once we get our eye in, it's like the floodgates open. Yeah. Great job of staying on side there, Haywood. As you see, 5 on target from 7 shots. That's quite nice. Throwing again for Newport. Willis to take it this time. Richards puts a ball over Haywood. Just off the post. Coming up to half time. We're about 4 minutes off. Goal kick. Holland puts it to Thomas. Erdekens. Davies. They're looking to find a way through. Davies. Erdekens. Oh, Norval Williams comes in. Whoever's marking him did a piss poor job because it is now 2-1 to 2-1 to Newport. Thomas has pulled one back. Yes, Erdekens out wide to Norval Williams. Cuts it in for Erdekens again. Low cross. Thomas is there, but maybe Bailey should have done better. I don't like to criticise him because he is a damn good keeper for this level. I mean, he was pretty much instrumental in getting us promoted into the Vanarama when we had him on loan. Alright, well, we are ahead. I do think you're capable of being even better, but only Will Miller's motivated. Mind you, everybody's playing roughly alright. I'm going to go and have a look. I think Mr. Miller, we're going to take you off in favour of Mr. Bruni. Now, what position would you like to play in, Mr. Bruni? Oh, yes. An advanced forward sounds fantastic. Let's have a look. Yeah, I want you pressing. I don't want you roaming. Do I want you dribbling more, though? That's a good question. Well, a dribbling of 10. But your first touch is better. You got a first touch of 17 and a passing of 10, so, oh, yeah, it's going to be dribble less. Keep that as it is. All right. Let's go Bruni. He's been pretty fantastic, I'll not lie to you. I can't remember, is he on loan or did I buy him? Oh yeah, I signed him. That's fine. He came in from Chesterfield. Oh no, sorry, from Bristol City. There we go. Oh no, is that Kirby injured? What's going on, mate? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at your teammate. We're only 17 minutes in. And I already... What's going on? I'm confused. Anyway. This is on key highlights. I don't know why we're seeing Kirby's injury as a highlight. Why is it only showing 17 minutes? What did I do? Oh, here we go. Idiot. That was strange. I really don't know what happened there. I must have clicked up here and brought it back. I was confused by the time. Anyway, we're still 2-1 up. I'm going to demand a wee bit more from yous. Because, you know. Fenton. Throw in to Richards. Richards tries it across, rebounds off the defender. Thomas now on the counter-attack for Halifax. He's got support on his left with Erdekens. Or Erdekens. Oh, crikey. They've equalised. Brendan Fensom, his first goal of the season. It all got a bit pinball-y in the box and Bailey managed to save something. We didn't clear it well enough and, well, there you have it. So I'm going to put us on positive again. Oh, Richards is injured. He has had some injury problems. Which means I would be better off bringing on Joe Berry and swapping him with Bruni. There we go. Okay. I'm definitely not going cautious. I might go balanced. And I am also going to go back to regrouping. Wow, Halifax. Oh my goodness. Good work, Bailey, and good work for... I think it was Thompson who cleared that, but crikey. I can't believe we've... it's come down to this. I've left Fenton on. I need to change that. Fenton. I think Mr. Gibbons might be the best option here. Well, they have had the greater number of shots and all the rest of it, but like I say, I feel like we should have done much better. Thompson. Oh God, dispossessed by Halifax. Well, looks like there's going to be a replay. I don't want to sympathise, because the performance wasn't bad. I don't know. Okay, let's finish up with a quick review. Royal Wootton Bassett, of course, now out of the FA Cup after their 2-0 loss to Stockport. I'd like to say there were some positives to take from it, but I don't know. It wasn't a great game. Wilkes apparently had a good game. Knight picked his game up from where he'd been playing earlier. De La Torre, a little bit inconsistent, unfortunately. Parr's usually good and Chebley's usually good. So, I mean, our midfield played well. Our fullbacks are not doing well. I mean, Brashosha's new. He does actually generally play all right, but I mean, he's not obviously that consistent either, bless him, judging by that average rating. So, and Granston, who is, of course, in on loan, he's pretty much about the same. It's not really a lot I can say. We do have weak fullbacks. I have wondered about playing 3 centre-halves and ditching the fullbacks and maybe even having 2 defensive midfielders as well, just having that tight pack like I did with Gambia. It's hard to break down, or it seemed to be at least, so whether or not something like that might work with Bassett, I don't know. I could always have a play around, but nevertheless, our league performance is what we really, really need to be concentrating on, because, yeah, we are only a point outside the relegation zone, and I didn't survive last season only to go down this season, so it's very important that we do better. I have made some signings. Alfie Matthews was one of them. He's managed 7 goals. He's got the highest average rating. Martin Parr and Lucas De La Torre got the highest number of assists, and as you can see, best pass completion is Bilal Chebley, who is our deep-lying playmaker. He is a really decent player. He's on loan from Charlton, obviously, but I think that his contract runs out the rights, yeah, so he is on my list as a possible signing. I mean, you can see the improvements he's made since getting here, which is fantastic, but yeah, he's been a solid player, certainly as a deep-lying playmaker. If we go over to Manager 2, obviously they're going to have a replay against FC Halifax, which isn't going to be for a little while, so I'm not going to show it today. We will likely be back come December. I know I sometimes push it through to January, but we'll see how the rest of November goes. But it's a nice situation to be in, sitting in second. I would love to go up with automatic promotion. I feel that if we end up in a playoff battle, we're not going up. Some of the losses we've had against these top 10 teams, if you know what I mean. So realistically speaking, I think that if we get in the playoffs, we're not going up. It's that simple. I tell you what, it's funny to see Scunthorpe struggling this match as well. I always thought they would be doing a bit better, but they had I'm used to them being in League One, I guess is the point, and they obviously went down in 2021 and kind of doldrummed a bit. 21st. That's a bit too close to relegation for them. So I don't know why they're on such a decline. It's a shame, because they had a bit of up and downing. Oh, they did get up to Championship. I thought they did. Yep, I remember seeing Scunthorpe Oldham Athletic on Boxing Day one year. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.